I've heard if you can get like a staph infection from swimming in there.
Look, if you have a cut foot or a cut on your leg, I probably wouldn't get in there. Otherwise, you're fine.
But back in the day, people were swimming at like public beaches and stuff. What about the St. John's River, by the way?
It's one of only 3 rivers in the northern hemisphere that flowed north.
Mississippi?
No.
St. John's?
Yeah. The Nile and I believe it's the Columbia River.
Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
I said quiet.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. Your homework is due every single day.
Even if you're late, you're already late. So don't run about it.
I see your shirt is untucked again.
I said that's enough. Out in the hall. Both of you.
Hey, Jack.
What's up?
What's up? There's
What's
the
up?
tune changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
What's up? All right.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Yep.
How's your mom feeling? Is she feeling any better?
She's okay, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Okay. Maybe you should
She's
ask.
kind of been in her room all day.
Okay.
Well, hey, tell us what you've been up to today. So this is my oldest. This is Jack. He is on a mission trip this week with his school. So what have you been doing? Tell us what it looks like. Where are you? What have you been doing?
We're in Virginia, and we basically
What part of Virginia?
like West Virginia, but like not West Virginia, like the western part of Virginia.
Yeah, crushed it. There you go. Good description, Jack.
Western
Good job.
Virginia.
Yeah.
And basically what we did today, we put a bunch of floors in this lady's house,
Okay. That's nice.
Like a poor lady?
kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Just doing good work. Got it.
Yeah, her floor was like kind of messed up, so we had to like install new flooring and stuff.
So now you can do flooring?
Yeah.
All right.
It took a while, but we figured it out.
That's cool. And there's other, you don't have to say anybody's name, but there's other kids your age there also in your group? Good. And like there was an adult that was running it, or were you other, they're just,
Yes.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy there was an adult there.
that's cool. Well, what are you guys doing tomorrow?
I think the same thing.
The same lady's house? Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So this will be somebody you get to kind of know for the week.
Did she offer you like lemonade?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That was a bummer. It's a
That
big letdown.
stinks.
Just water? You guys just had water today?
Pretty much.
Was it cold up there? It was kind of chilly down here.
It's cold at night. Like right now, I'm outside and it's like 50 probably.
Did you prepare?
But it gets really colder. Morning, it was like 35.
That's
That's
cold.
cold.
That's
They
cold. for
made
us.
us sit outside for like 30 minutes to wait to get into the breakfast place.
Oh, well, maybe show up a little later tomorrow.
I don't know. They're suffering. They're making them suffer.
The least of us.
That's
I
right.
think it was supposed to get warmer though.
All right. Well, it sounds nice. Good work. I'm proud of you.
We're proud of you, dude. All right. Well, we're going to get back.
Cool.
Unless there's any Chuck step away
No,
from this and talk to you.
I don't think so.
Okay, bud.
Okay.
I love you, man. Have a good day tomorrow.
All right.
All right,
See you
buddy.
later. Bye.
Bye, Jack.
Jack Parsons, everybody.
Yeah. I got off the phone from the mission trip conversation, and it's just pretty
Right back.
hardcore rap.
Right back in that out. That's a cold open. Ready when you are.
What have you been like? Liquor have you been drinking lately?
Red wine.
Just red wine. That's it. There's a lot of calories in red wine.
They say that's why I have the iPad.
What does that mean? Oh, hide your belly. I bear all. Speaking of my belly,
Are we starting?
yeah, we've started. Speaking
Can
of my
I
belly,
introduce the episode and then we can go right to your belly? I don't want all these people going, well, have I listened to this? What episode are we on?
I think when they say it says it on the title, what episode they're on.
I have an order.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a point of
I
procedure.
don't want to talk about my belly though.
We will. We'll get right back to it. All right. Welcome to episode 34, spring semester episode 13 of Out in the Hole. I'm Ryno. That is the Willy Mammoth. He's back. It's good to have you.
Just tough. Couldn't get down last.
Did you listen?
Well, you're wonderful. I think you're wonderful.
At no point were you like, this sucks. I got to change it.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's hard.
I listened to it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm a tough objective. I think about myself. Like, I thought it was fine.
How do you think you look?
Great. Got some blues going on. Got a white. Summer's right around the corner. Great time to mention Free Fly, apparel.com.
Do you think that was a objective position on yourself? Like you just looked at yourself and thought to yourself that anybody would think you were good looking right now?
That's not what you said. What you said about the way you look. How about my clothes?
I know I was. What I'm saying though is I'm trying to figure out if you're really an objective critic of yourself.
Well, I mean, I took some care in what I put on.
I like that hat.
Strong hat.
That's
Tim McQuana.
got that from Grant. Nice.
Well, I got it playing with him.
All right.
I love that place.
That's a very cool little logo and name. It's a very unique name.
That's a cool spot.
That's a neat little Jacksonville Country Club course.
Very, 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 just a cool vibe. The spot in there.
The club is cool.
It
yeah,
is.
Very cool. I don't get out that way.
No, that's not. That's like, I mean, that's far for you. That's probably 35, 40 minutes for
It's
you.
an hour.
Is it really?
Jacksonville's got a big river that runs through the middle.
You
So
don't
many
cross.
bridges.
Do you have a preferred bridge?
Well, for that, I would go over the Buckman, which is just the 295 loop on the south side of town. It's a long bridge. It's probably a 2.5 mile long bridge.
That bridge is actually 3 miles.
Okay.
I've recorded it.
It's a wide part of the river. It's hard to believe the river's that wide there.
Do people swim in that river?
Yes.
I've heard if you can get like a staph infection from swimming in there.
Look, if you have a cut foot or a cut on your leg, I probably wouldn't get in there. Otherwise, you're fine.
But back in the day, people were swimming at like public beaches and stuff. What about the St. John's River,
There's
by
a
the way?
giant, one of only 3 rivers in the northern hemisphere that flowed north.
Mississippi?
No.
Okay. St. John's?
The Nile and I believe it's the Columbia River.
Out west?
Yes.
Did you say in the Northern Hemisphere or the
Yeah.
Northern America?
Northern hemisphere.
Because the Nile's not,
It's in the northern hemisphere.
it's not North America.
I know that. I got that. I know that one. I don't know where Argentina is, but I do
Do you know where the Fertile Crescent is?
Yeah, isn't that like Mesopotamia? So that'd be like the... Oh, stop.
Don't say anything.
The river you were going to. The rivers are... It's in Iraq.
The Fertile Crescent is the land in between the Tigris and the Euphrates.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. Kept wanting to
Is that
say...
also known as Mesopotamia?
I wanted to say the Tiber, but that's in Rome. So
Right.
that's the river that runs to the middle of Rome.
And then the river that runs to the middle of Paris, Seine?
That sounds right. I've never been to Paris.
Buddy.
I know. I'd like to go.
Parents are headed there right now.
Really?
On the way. They're really on the plane right now as we record this.
That's cool. No, I do know.
How about the river that runs through the middle of Germany? Do you know?
The Rhine.
And the Danube.
The Danube. I didn't know. I forgot about the Danube.
There's a very famous.
I like
Sam,
rivers.
I like this topic. Danube River.
The Rhine is also a river too, though, right?
The Danube. Okay, this is interesting and ironic. We'll get this is fun. This is from wherever.
Wikipedia.
It's located in Central and Eastern Europe, flowing through 10 countries. The river originates in Germany's Black Forest and flows southeast for 1,780 miles, passing through Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Moldova. Not a country. And
It is
Ukraine.
a country. Moldova is one of those like Russia-controlled countries.
Okay, so
But I think it's on the...
you've heard of the Danube
I think it's on
before?
the coast.
Because you've heard this song, which is one of my, I've got these weird idiosyncrasies where I just do things that are just weird, like write poems. I love this song.
Your pipeful goes west.
But you'll recognize like the hook.
Who's the composer?
Strauss. I'm gonna get the
Is this copyrighted?
no. This is so old.
It's free to the world.
I might listen to the whole damn thing.
Is all classical music like that?
I think so. I want you to hear like the major like hook.
I know.
And Sam, you could edit out like just till we get to the hook.
No, don't.
It's a waltz. It's called the Blue Danube.
That's nice.
Just imagine like Victorian era.
Is that Victorian?
I don't know.
I get what you're saying, though.
Old.
Big dresses. Don't you think everybody was really smelly back then?
No, I think they're heavily perfumed.
I bet they were. I think you're just going to be smelly. How long's this song?
Well, it's 10 minutes. I want you to hear like the hook.
Do you know where it is?
Clearly not.
Well.
So I'm telling Sam, edit it when we find the actual hook.
No, don't edit it.
Why? It's stupid. People don't want to hear this.
Yes, they do.
They do?
They want to hear us power getting through it. And you know what? Classical music is good for your brain.
I love it.
And it's good for your heart rate, your blood
Here we
pressure.
I just think about
Isn't
I think about people like driving to work and they're like, he's got to do it.
Yeah, speeds up, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the Blue Danube.
Got it.
And you know this, right?
I think it's from like Lady and the Tramp or something like that.
That's unlikely, but
Speeds up. Imagine being able to write this like onto a musical score.
we get it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, he was German, I'm
It
guessing.
was in 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Okay, he was German.
Strauss was, yes.
Could also be Austrian or
I
something
think
like
he
that.
actually was Austrian, but I actually have the device right here.
What device?
The Where's People From device.
Google device.
Johann Strauss. German.
He's German.
Yes, he was German. No, father was German. He was born in Vienna.
That's pretty similar to,
I do like classical.
I like classical.
Is there one
music.
you like that you'd like to share?
No,
Oh.
I don't know any. But I
Well-
do like it. When it comes on, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then,
You would know this one, although this is way later. Okay, so Strauss was born in 1825.
oh man, heyday for like high court and stuff like that.
Sticking with
Was it Beethoven that was Mozart that was deaf? One of those guys was deaf.
So this actually, do you know this song? This is the song from the United commercials.
Oh, nice. Wonder who's getting royalties on this.
Well, this
I like that.
This was actually written in the 20th century. This was 100 years after Strauss wrote The Blue Danube. Ironically, this is
In
called
1953?
I didn't say 1953.
1925?
Roughly. He died in 1937. George Gershwin did. And ironically, the first song we listened to, called The Blue Danube, this is called Rhapsody in Blue. A lot of...
See, is Gershwin like a jazz composer?
Let's see, they would call him, jazz and classical genres. I just like it.
I like it
Sometimes, you know what the
It's a
truth
good thing
is?
to know stuff about, too.
Sometimes, that's pretty much let's not talk about it anymore. I know a lot more, but let's not.
Oh, we've hit your limit.
It's sometimes when I'm driving by myself, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to listen to anybody talk.
You don't want to listen to anybody
music.
sing.
I don't want to, I just want to listen to and this is a go-to for it's long.
That's good.
It's 14 minutes.
You just hit that on like Spotify or something like that? Or you just tell your car to play that or whatever?
Yeah, tell my car to play it.
Okay. I like that. That's good. That's a nice thing to do. I bet it gets you somewhere. It puts your brain waves in the right sort of function. Very good.
I do like this one.
Can we talk about my belly? I like this one too. I did go to
Sonata 11. That's Mozart. But ironically, this is from, you know what movie that's from?
Amadeus.
Well, maybe. I'm sure. This is from, give you a hint? Jim Carrey's in it.
The Mask.
The Truman Show.
Oh, The Truman Show.
He's like driving to work and that's playing.
Okay, so it's supposed to be like, make you feel good. I like that.
Sorry about your belly.
I just went to the gastroenterologist today. Entologist. What are they?
GI doc.
GI docs.
Does he have another dumb name like the other dumb doctors in Jacksonville? Is
No,
like
he's not.
Dr. Tum Tum or something. Dr. Baldock. This guy's Dr. Big Belly.
This guy, no, he's like Dr. Butt or something like that. This was this Asian fellow. Okay.
Dr. Hand.
Dr. Hand.
The foot doctor.
Foot doctor. Really? Okay. He was hilarious. We were chatting for a minute. He's got he has a very distinctly Asian last name. And we're just chatting about some heartburn issues. And I go, well, how many, and then we're just chatting about kids or whatever for a minute. He had good bedside sort of manner. I wasn't in the bed, but you know what I'm saying. And I scheduled a colonoscopy and an endoscopy coming down the pipe here in about a month. And I just got one of the books. Good thing to do. And
that's something you do at the same time?
Yeah, they hook you up with like a double dose of propofol. And
they go both sides?
No, I don't think you're airtight.
Okay. They like,
no.
All right, you guys go over there.
You got that, Ed.
Nurse, you got, hey.
We call this the London Bridge.
I need Dr. Lockjaw down the bottom.
No.
Dr. Butt up here, please.
this guy, I go, how many kids do you have? He goes, 2.5.
What does that mean?
I go, you have dogs? He goes, no, one's adopted.
No way. Was it like a funny thing?
It was hilarious.
Oh, I think it's actually like a sweet way to say it.
It was hilarious. I just caught me off guard.
Yeah, it's funny.
He's an interesting guy. And I'm glad I got rid of my last gastro. He's no longer at this clinic that I go to, the practice or group, whatever it is. And not a bag of rocks.
No, I got it. He just wasn't good.
He was mean. Just kind of a mean guy. He was young. I think yeah. What have you been up to?
Ooh, you want to do that?
That's what I've been up to. That was what I've been up to.
So I was home. Obviously, just talked to my oldest, the two little guys.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
I made spaghetti tonight. It's great. We had some friends over.
Was there any fighting?
No.
No, it was nice.
And I'm not going to
what are you saying?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I tell you what I am saying. When there's only one adult around,
yeah,
I may not have the best judgment, but we're using my judgment. Does that make sense?
Right. They're not playing it off each other or
totally
being a pain in the ass. So the other parents like, can you just, or then they get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. It's a little nice.
It's not nicer. I'm not saying that. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not saying anything, actually.
But you did have a nice night.
Well, yeah, it was great. We flipped the fan on. It's hotter.
I think it's that hot. God,
oh my God, it's hot. I also ate like super spicy spaghetti. What do you get there?
I get they have big slices.
Oh yeah.
So
big as your head.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Like Mama's.
Yeah, yeah.
So nice. No. He has
you're
nothing to do
like
with
come with instructions.
Can you imagine why it's easier? It's just me. It's just my instructions.
What was I saying?
You got a big slice of pizza at Mama's.
Oh yeah. Sun-dried tomatoes, onions, and pepperoni.
I love when you complain about your stomach issues and your acid reflux, and then we go to what you ate that day.
Well, that's not bad.
Sun-dried tomatoes are as acidic as they get. Did you wash down with black coffee?
I can't help that nothing, like if it's not acidic, it doesn't taste like anything to me. So I'm going to go in and get that surgery where they cinch up the bottom of your esophagus because.
We're going to cinch up the bottom of your brain. Sorry, what?
What?
I don't know.
Okay, so you had a nice night, friends over. It was great.
There's another family of our family in our neighborhood that his wife and their son was on the same trip. And so it was just, their other child is friends with ours. And
yeah, nice night.
This little family in
Kids
Christ.
play out back.
A little family in Christ dinner. Yeah, they went fishing. And
They're
then
outside.
they're outside. And then I called them in. We had spaghetti. It was great. Anyway, that's what I've been up to.
That's
and
nice.
it's fun.
You like a lot of meat in your spaghetti sauce.
My typical, and I make great spaghetti.
Okay. You told me that.
You ever had it?
Maybe, probably.
Dude, it's good.
Okay.
It's a thing. I use a 1-to-1 ratio sausage and ground beef or elk. I
Sure.
feel like it's
sure.
elk.
Got it.
And then on my sausage, I do 2-to-1 regular, 1 spicy. Okay. So like tonight, there was 6 pounds of meat in that. Tonight, I usually don't use jars. Tonight I did because I have time. Normally I make my sauce, but tonight I use 3 jars.
What's your go-to sauce?
If I have to use sauce?
Yes.
I'm going to say it wrong, but I think it's
Rails? Rayos?
Yeah.
Rouse?
Rouse.
Roas?
Raos.
I've been using the mids a lot.
What about?
It's good.
I doctor mine up though big time.
Did you have garlic bread with it? Okay.
I could have.
You might tell you 2 truths and a lie.
I've got janitor's closet stories, or I've got passing notes.
All right, do that.
You're going to be thrilled.
Sister-in-law Brittany.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did she tell you?
She told me, yeah. No, she told you. We went to BBI's for Brother Jeff's 40th, remember? And I just basically called him out the whole time. Or like my friends, I'm like, Brittany's like, I have an email teed up. I just haven't sent it. Or I've been working on an email. A lot of curating, I think, that went on. She's good for Brother Jeff.
She's great. And I'm going to put her on blast here in a minute. You'll hear.
Does it have an audio?
No.
Oh, that'd be better.
You'll hear because I'll read it to you. It says, hi, Ryno, since you're the only one that checks the emails.
Huh.
Sister-in-law Brittany here. Matt's first request for more notes was we need a girl to tell us her story about pooping her pants. I told your brother Jeff I wanted to write in about it happening to me, and he responded, which time?
Oh, no.
Okay.
They got a nice relationship.
Well, she's a doll. I share a million Willy Mammoth stories, but I don't want to give you more work in the editing, cutting, censoring Matt department. So I'll just say I love the show, even though I'm much younger than y'all. I'd like to imagine we're all hellions together sitting in the hall while brother Jeff was in class getting straight A's.
He did get straight A's.
I'll wrap this up. I know Matt doesn't have much patience for passing notes, but I would like to suggest you both call home. Call someone in your phone out of the blue, announce they're on the pod, and ask them something fun. Maybe your pop quiz or 2 truths and a lie.
That's a great idea. Find a friend. Yeah.
Matt, love you, bro. Ryan, I think we met once at a funeral.
Oh.
Love sister-in-law Brittany.
That's a bummer.
That's not true. I met her way more than, I probably met her, I feel like we're friends.
Maybe she's done a lot of drugs and just doesn't remember.
I don't think that's who she is.
I don't think that's who she is either, but I'd like to be surprised if she just one day told me I've done a lot of drugs in my life. I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
That would be shocking.
It would shock me. And she started working at a very young age, very hard. So like, not like child labor, but like 15 or 16.
Yeah, we've talked about this on here.
So
she's a very accomplished young lady.
Yes, sharp. Yeah, her and brother Jeff are a power couple.
They're great. All right, got a lunch lady?
Yep.
Not sure we're going to use this one. It's a Samantha from Seattle. You ever been to Seattle?
I have.
It's cool.
It's amazing how different parts of this country look.
Totally.
I mean, that is like such a unique city on the side of a hill.
Yep.
Everything's sloping down to the sound, and
Yep.
And it looks like you might as well be in another world.
It's such a cool city.
Yeah.
We went to Seattle, been a couple times, but we went there our senior trip.
Oh.
You know this. I went to a small school. And so we got to pick where we wanted to go. And Cancun was off the table type of thing.
Got it.
Private Christian schools don't love Cancun senior trips, whatever. So we chose Seattle, and it was so cool.
Seattle's cool. The food is very good.
Great scene. And then when I went on a fishing trip to Alaska, we had like a 24-hour layover in Seattle, so we got to hang out.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I know they're having issues.
They have a lot of issues.
Doesn't seem like a very fun city to be homeless in.
That's a great point.
But grunge originated there, and you can kind of see why. You know, so there's just sort of there's a little bit of melancholy there, honestly.
The weather can wear you out, and I would just be like, another minor chord.
For us, it would be very difficult.
We could not go there.
Yes.
But if we do go there.
Yes.
But if we go there, we've got to check out, this is Samantha from Seattle. We got to check out Bella Vita Ristorante in Seattle.
VIDA?
Vita.
Okay.
Bella Vita Ristorante. Seriously, it's like stepping into a little slice of Italy right at 456 Pike Street.
So it's down close to Pike's Market.
Gotta be. The vibe is so chill, perfect for any vibe you're feeling, whether it's low-key hangout or a celebration. And the food, total game changer. It's legit Italian cuisine that is Instagram-worthy. Samantha's definitely younger than us. Do you take pictures of your food?
No.
What?
Occasionally, if I take something occasionally if I cook something and I'm like, I plated it really well. It looks good. It's super presentable.
You sent to me.
Yeah. I have
You don't
like
post
2 or
it?
3 guys that I might send it to be like, crush this steak. Look at this ribeye.
Look at the
The sear marks are awesome.
Hamburger helper. It's awesome.
You know I cook better than that.
I know you cook great. It says you want to snap pics before you even take a bite. 5 stars all the way. By the way, not all people in Seattle are crazy.
Well, I know that.
We know that.
Of course.
It'd be crazy to take a photo of your food.
Yeah. At most, it's 90-10, right? Like 90% of the people in the city are normal, and the 10% just kind of ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, they're just louder.
Most people just wake up, go to work,
Right.
come home, deal with traffic, whatever
Step
it is.
over the protesters and go to work.
Sure. It might be 99% of the people in every single city, even the cities with like a.
I'm going to go no headphones for a minute.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm leaving mine on.
All right.
Can you still? I almost asked if you could still hear me okay, even though I'm sitting here talking right to you.
Dude, I'm 2 feet away from
I
you.
know.
That is awesome. I feel like a pro podcast now. Like, I don't need headphones.
Really? Should I try?
Our producer will figure this out. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I like
being able to hear. That way we know.
No, you're absolutely right. 90-10.
90.
Hey, and she wrote in.
She did.
Love that.
And-
We're huge in Seattle. It's not impossible that I go back to Seattle or back to Alaska to fish by way of Seattle. So
Take it in. Maybe take longer than 24 hours.
I want to point. I'm not switching subjects here just to do it. Have you been watching golf at all?
I'm watching some golf. Yeah.
Is this Scotty Scheffler insane?
Yes, he's insane. Very good right now.
$20 million in the last 45 days.
Yeah, I got it. He's good right now. I think we forget how just dominating Tiger was for how long he was doing it.
I agree.
I'm not saying that Scheffler is
the closest thing to it, though. Closest thing we've seen
since.
And when he's not even close, but it's the closest thing.
Yeah, and he's unorthodox. Like he's got a little swing that like the amateur golfer can look at and be like,
okay,
I kick my leg out like that. He does, nothing's perfect about his mechanics, all that kind of stuff.
His positions are perfect, but other than that,
I think it's the thing that like an average guy that goes out and is like, oh man, his footwork's bad too.
All right, so Scotty Scheffler is the subject of my 2 truths and a lie.
All right, I'm ready.
Scotty Scheffler's father was a professional golfer who competed on the PGA Tour. Scotty Scheffler has a background in classical piano and often plays to relax after tournament. Scotty Scheffler was a state champion in high school basketball before focusing solely on golf.
I think that his dad was not a professional golfer.
His dad was a professional golfer.
So it's number 2.
Nope.
Sport was he good at?
The lie is that he was not a state championship high school basketball player.
Was he a basketball player?
He wasn't a state champion. I don't know. Now we're picking nits.
Was that a technicality?
Kind
you
of.
got me?
No. I think the statement was he was a state champion in high school basketball. That was the state. That was the statement.
But did he play high school basketball?
If I look it up, it's like we lost in the finals. That's not fair.
That's not fair. I should win.
Really?
Then it would be 3 truths. I know he played other sports. A lot of these golfers do nowadays, especially the young ones. They're good at something else. Not like the old fat golfers.
He played golf and basketball at the Highland Park High School in Dallas. Highland
Okay.
Park is nice.
God, he comes from a little money. It's a nice area. All right, you ready for mine? Possums play dead when they are threatened or fearful. Camel hunting is illegal in Arizona.
In Arizona?
In Arizona. Sean Connery wore a toupee in his role as James Bond.
I think camel hunting is legal in Arizona. That was the lie.
Nope. Camel hunting is actually on the books as illegal. You cannot kill camels. You cannot hunt camels, even though they don't have camels, in Arizona.
So Sean Connery did not wear
Sean Connery did wear a toupee.
When do possums play dead?
They don't play dead. They literally pass out.
Oh, really? They get scared. Oh,
They get,
oh my gosh.
They get so scared.
Speaking of
just
getting scared.
just pass out and fall over.
All right. So not 40 minutes ago, you have my key here.
Yeah.
So Matt came down to get me from the elevator because I don't have a key.
The loading dock. It's where like people take out their dogs to go walk.
Yeah. So I'm waiting outside the elevator. He's coming down to get me because I don't have a key to get in, like a pass, a fob. And this dude is there with the smallest chihuahua you've ever seen in your life.
He's just holding it in his hands. He looks so sweet.
Well, Matt didn't see that guy. So that guy walks on the elevator and his dog went ballistic and it scared. I mean, you almost played possum. It scared you to
I
death.
bet my heart rate got to like 180 or something like that. I don't know why. It just scared me. It surprised me. It was very aggressive for a little guy.
It was just very funny. The little dog's name was Sushi.
Sushi. It's good coloring for a Chihuahua.
It was a lighter colored Chihuahua.
Lighter with, like 2 different shades of brown. It was almost like a liver. Looked good.
All right, I got a pop quiz for you.
Okay.
True or false?
Okay.
Player on the PGA Tour must use the same make and model of a golf ball throughout the entire tournament.
True.
False.
Can it change?
You can change from round to round,
Okay.
but you can't start off with certain ball and then change it throughout the round.
Sure, because some balls are going to drive further than others, or
Sure.
so if it's like a long par 5, you might want like a harder golf ball.
Correct. You
Yeah.
have to use the same ball. And interestingly enough, that rule applies for a 2-man game, alternate shot. So if you and I are playing in an alternate shot event,
That makes sense.
we have to decide which ball we're going to play first.
Yeah.
Which, if you're like an alternate shot, if you're a team, if you're a Ryder Cup captain or a President's Cup captain, they're all great. All your players on your team are great. So you would often, as a good captain, would pair them up based on the golf ball they play.
Interesting.
Learn
Okay.
something new every week on.
I'll make a statement. Okay.
Is it true or false?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you what it's called.
Okay.
It's going to surprise you. It's not true or false. I'm just going to make a statement. I'm going to ask you what that particular thing is.
Okay.
Okay. And don't say at any point we have to cut this. Okay. Because it's a misdirection in the wording. Don't worry.
Is that a note for Sam?
No, it's for you.
Okay.
And that can stay on air.
Okay.
You can abuse your weenus as hard as you want. What is your weenus?
It's the skin on your elbow.
Gosh darn.
You understand what this podcast is called and why it's called it. I have been sent out of class because I had a math teacher who I want to say his name so bad. I did not like this guy at all. There's no way he listens. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
If you went to my high school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This guy was awful. And one day he was in the front of class and he was like grabbing his elbow like this.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't think you should be playing with your weenus. And he threw me out of class.
Oh, but you were just being scientific.
Oh, we had that discussion in the headmaster's office.
Man.
I said, oh, I'm sorry. We're not calling things that are anatomically correct. Are you suggesting that I'm using a slang term?
How dare you abuse it too? Because
There's no nerves.
it has it's the lowest amount of nerves on your body.
I'm squeezing my weenus right now. Dude, right now, if you're not watching, I am touching my weenus right now.
You really are.
I am. As hard as I can, I'm squeezing it.
I'm watching you touch
Joking.
it.
Joking. Why you don't watch me. I'm touching my weenus.
It's great.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. Weenus.
That's really fun.
Yeah. It's such a good like kid term, funny boy term too.
That's why I know it.
Yeah.
Because I'm still Peter Pan. I know
just
it.
say that stuff. I think boys just basically are 13 forever, just with like a healthier fear of not having anything.
Here's my show and share.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a list of animals that run progressively faster than the prior mentioned animal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you're giving me a list.
I'm just going to talk.
Got it.
So, and it's all in kilometers. So it's clearly a European put this study together. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have the house cat at 48 kilometers. You have
48 kilometers an hour. Okay. Okay.
It's all KMH. Then comes an emu and a red fox at 50 kilometers an hour. Here comes, you ready for this? The Doberman dog and the rhinoceros at 55 kilometers per hour. Did you know a rhinoceros can run 55 kilometers an hour?
I think it takes them a second to get going.
Well, we're not talking off the line here.
Got it.
They're going to pass you, though.
Yeah, they are. They're going to get rumbling. I think it's one of those things where gravity's working for them.
If they're going downhill, maybe.
No, but they just have enough weight moving forward.
They can scoot. All right.
I know a hippo's pretty fast.
Then we have a bison, a moose, and a brown bear at 56 kilometers per hour. Those are some big animals.
Dude, and like the humans can only, like the fastest humans alive only run like 25 miles an hour.
A leopard and wolves are at 58 and 60 kilometers per hour. Okay. Then a hyena at 64 kilometers per hour. All right. And then we have come on. This is going to shock you.
A crocodile.
Tiger at 65 kilometers per hour, matched with a camel and a giraffe.
I get the giraffe. The camel surprises me.
The giraffe just seems so like.
Yeah, but their steps are so big.
Well, that's true. Big stride on the giraffe.
Yeah.
Huge stride on that animal.
Yeah. They get struck by lightning more than any other animal.
That makes sense for obvious reasons. Zebra's a little faster at 66.
Wow. I guess what's like gazelle?
That wasn't part of the study.
All right.
Now, I will tell you that a gazelle can run very fast for short distances. And there are tribes in Africa who hunt gazelles by running after them.
And they get tired?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So that, like, you got to remember, like, we're talking about the plains.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere to hide. So that thing just takes off. And then the tribesmen are like, let's go. And they get their spear and then they run after it. And then it sprints off. And then it's like catching its breath. But they just keep, like these marathon dudes, like in Kenya and stuff.
Yeah.
They just keep running and running and running.
Seems like a long way to bring it back.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey, can y'all bring the truck? Bring the truck and bring the tent.
And what if you field dress it? You gut it.
Throw it over your shoulder and
right. But like now you're covered in blood and you're smelling real good to whatever else out there that wants to eat you.
I don't think they're really worried about that, but they could be.
I'd be scared of a tiger.
Tigers are in Asia, so you'd be fine.
There may be some in zoos in Africa.
Well, I guess that's possible.
My show and share has to do with ladies and crying.
Okay.
It is clinically shown to depress and decrease testosterone account, women's tears.
Really? Depresses a man?
Yes.
If a woman cries,
It turns the guy off.
I get it.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that.
Right? It's not hot to see a
You're
lady
over
cry.
They start crying and you're just over there. You're like, well, I guess I'll just sit here and play with my wiener. Right?
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
There you go. The smell of the tears. Actually, it's not even the sight. If you were to, your body picks up on the scent and then naturally doesn't want to use your weenus.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Would you rather have an obsessively insane person love you or hate you?
That is so good. And that is so good.
Both could be just equally awful.
Have you seen Baby Reindeer?
No.
I'm like halfway through it.
What's
You
it
know-
on?
Netflix.
Okay.
It is bizarre.
It's like has an obsessive person in it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is completely
Dark. It's dark.
yes.
You like dark stuff.
I really don't.
You do. You told me about you watched that murder thing where there were 3-part episode or whatever on Netflix just recently. It was like you stayed up all night. You woke up at like 2 a.m. and you just watched it through the night or whatever. You didn't go to bed.
I don't ever sleep, so I do that all the time, but I don't remember which one that was. It's probably categorized somewhere right next to all my high school trauma.
Yes.
Back
Anyways,
there.
what about Ripley? Have you seen Ripley?
No.
Okay. That's like you saw The Talented Mr. Ripley with Matt Damon and Jude Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a series.
Okay.
It's all in black and white too.
To answer your question,
Yeah.
I think love me, but just by a little. Because if they hated you, then it could get dark and dangerous. If they loved you, it just would get annoying and you'd be like, all right, you got to stop this. But
But what if they loved you so much like it turned into like Cape Fear?
Oh, it's a great movie. Also, one of the greatest spoof episodes of all time was the Simpsons Cape Fear episode,
Yes.
where Sideshow Bob is trying to kill the Simpsons.
Yes.
Bart, I wasn't allowed to watch that when I was a kid.
My point in saying that, I think I'd rather them hate because then if they were to do something that would be like very hateful or something like that, like threatening or something, you could like get the police involved and maybe they do something like trespassing or breaking and entering. You can get them in jail. If they just love you, then it's like, oh, she's just being nice.
Yeah. She keeps showing up and giving me things.
Oh yeah, cry me a river, buddy.
Yeah, tough deal.
Yeah, but if she like showed up with a knife,
I hear you.
then
All right, that I could be convinced.
you can get her in jail. Otherwise, if she just loves you too much, you're just gonna have to kill her.
I don't recommend, just for the record, Baby Reindeer.
Okay.
It's very dark.
Well, you should stop watching it then.
I can't.
Why?
I just can't.
Okay. Should stop. You're kind of like me on that second bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're like,
I'm like that.
I have.
I think I thanked Free Fly, but I want to point this out. Summer's coming up. Free Fly apparel. Oh, I got their underwear.
Athletic shorts too on from them today.
Yeah, and I got their underwear.
Nice.
Great.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Thanks for that. So follow us on Instagram, which is our handle is @OutInTheHallPod. Shoot us a janitor's closet, a lunch lady, pass us a note, outinthehallpod@gmail.com. And I said this last week, go to vote.orlandoweekly.com
Yes.
and vote for us under best local podcast. And it's a write-in. So you have to write in Out in the Hall with Ryno and the Willy Mammoth.
Are we like a write-in like we didn't make the ballot?
No, there's
Okay.
no ballot.
Got
It's
it.
all a write-in. Okay. So best local podcast, vote.orlandoweekly.com. I would love to shock the
Maybe you
Orlando.
could put a link to it on
Instagram?
all those crazy social media things.
I can do that.